All this looks relatively easy to get to. Look on this side. Oh yeah, this is gonna be gravy, knock on wood. So we'll go ahead and prep that. Got all the front end stuff pulled off. And then I'll start working on getting the exhaust ran. How's that? All right, so we've been blessed with the undercoating. Because it probably, I mean, it's amazing. This stuff is serious. So it's a pain in the dick to get off, and I don't know how to get it off. So I just figured I'd take a stainless steel wire brush to it, and it just turns it into like a goo, right? It just spins it around and turns it into the goo. And then you can kind of like wad the goo to the bottom, or I just found this out, so I thought I'd share it with you guys. Use the lacquer thinner. So what I'll show you, I'll do this one right here real quick. So we got to get all this goo off around here. So I'm going to hit it with the spinny boy, and you're going to see the mess that it makes, and then we'll wipe it down. And you'll preload this so you guys will be blown away. I feel like I'm doing one of those ShamWow commercials. You won't believe your eyes. All right, so it just turns into this gooey mess. See if you guys can see that. I'll try to move the camera around. A little lacquer thinner. We just give it the old wipey wipe. And it wipes most of that goo right off. I kind of let it sit for a second too long. You want to hit it while it's warm, boys and girls, but that is a lot easier than trying to, what I was doing was just kind of wadding it to the bottom and passes. So that wasn't very effective. So, top tip, lacquer thinner, brush. Don't be mad at the undercoating. It saved this car. All right, so we got our helping hand out here, and it's holding up our subframe connector boys. These are really nice. It's Team Z, I think. Pete said, I looked up their instructions. They said, don't do this. like, you don't do this. So I'm doing this, but just so I can clear these guys. So I'm just I've marked them. I got the most of the undercoating off, and I just need to strip that down the middle. It doesn't want the MIG welding will pretty much burn through anything, but I'm just gonna go ahead and do it right. All the way around that guy. We'll do the same thing for the other side. I thought it was Bob, but it was Benny. Hi, Benny. You want to say hi to the people, Benny? Oh, you're so cute. I'm glad you found me. Bob was here visiting. Oh, it's chow time, huh, Bob? Mama's feeding you it's getting the end of the growing season, so he's getting all the clippings. Anyway, we're just getting ready to ply open the garage door because I'm going to need air. We're fixing to plasma cut that guy. So we'll just get our old plasma cutter out, and it'll be the quickest and easiest way. Okay, so that gives us our path for our exhaust pipe to go. You see this? Look, this is a brand new product. You guys are in on it. Since only like 5 people ever watch my videos, I don't mind sharing with you guys. You guys could do this at home, but we'll probably try to make something. I need something made. And I've asked my smart guys, Hector and Jacob, to come up with some way to magnetically hold underneath the chassis. This is fine. It'd be nice to have something that's like stronger though, so I could actually hold up some kind of weight. There's not a lot of weight right here, but this is a start. This is what I like to do, is I like aim points. So we have this PVC pipe right here making a mockery of our drive shaft, but that will tell us what the most droop's going to be on that guy. So I know I got to clear it on either side over here as I bring the exhaust in, but then I also know we got kind of a lot of room up here. We also have 1.5 inches, 2 inches of rail that's going to stick down. So keep that in mind. So with this here, this is what I like to do. Now I can start working from this guy just around here into here, right? And I like to have this guy somewhere in this area. You see how that thing makes a sharp drop? Right in here is kind of free. So if I can get it done before we get too low, I can keep this center section up high, make the crossover so it doesn't sound like 2 4-cylinders, and then run them down the side. And then right here, kind of, we'll just do a little turnout. We'll add that little muffler and then like a 45 kicker just to turn down the exhaust on either side. We'll get rid of this. Do the same over here. So I'm laying out the exhaust here. Here's what we got so far. So I got this piece here, which is going to go to the back of the downpipe, obviously. And this will be our B-band on piece. You'll see I have our Easy Fab guy on the inside. And what that allows me to do is to join the two like this, and I can rotate, spin around. I can check, say I can see that there's a gap there, so I don't have a very good cut on that little joint. I can put it up here onto the downpipe and move things around and see how it's going to go. I can see that it's got too much. I used to think that Indian god with all those hands was a silly thing when I was a young man. I don't think it's silly anymore. So we got to take some angle out of that piece to make it work. But I just wanted to show you that. That's how I use these. So whether I'm using them or not, I like to use them. They're kind of expensive, honestly. They're like, whatever. It's not a bad thing. So honestly, so here's the breakdown of these guys. If you're cranking these guys out and you're doing like one-off kind of stuff and you don't have a helper, then these are awesome just to weld in. You don't have to back purge. They do great. There's videos on the website. So you just put in Easy Fab. I think it's called like Easy Fab 9000 or Easy Fab Ring or something like that. And it'll pop up. So there's videos on there kind of showing how this works exactly, what the prices are, all that good stuff. But yeah, it's just super quick if you don't want to weld them in, which is like me. I'm not production welding. I don't really need to. I already have some welded in just because, like, hey, it's our stuff and let's use it. But also, it just helps me quickly lay everything out. So when I put that pipe on the end, I'm not fiddling around. I'm already down to just me, and we're already making things to hold stuff. And this is how we do it. This is how we do it quick. So now I know, hey, we got to pull some angle out of this. And I'll smack it together and stick it back up there and see how we are. And are we more aligned with the firewall? Peekaboo. So we got clearance. We're a little bit offset than what we need to be. That's all right. We'll do a little kicker here, a little kicker there, and we'll end up where we need to be. That's what we do, is we just line things up, we twist and turn until we get it pointed where we need to go. All right, well, look at that, huh? That's not too bad. Gotta do some tacky tacks on this guy to put it permanently in place, but yeah, if we're here, look, if they hit that pipe, the transmission is going to be in trouble. So we made it basically even with the other pipe. So we had to move that flex bellow. We got a little bit of room, and it pushed everything back past the corner. Basically here, you got the breather here, you got the transmission here. The frame rail guys, what do they call it? Subframe connectors, well, on about here. So starting here, there'll be about another finger, like about that knuckle. About that first knuckle is about where those guys go. So it'll protect the that part of it. So this is the only part that are down, but that's on both sides. Not much I can do about that. Can't get it any tighter. That's as tight as that's going to get with that 3-inch guy. But yeah, happy now. I'm happy I wasted, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 hours to get back to where we were. I should have just let it go. Could have just let it go, Mike. Should have just let it go. But here we are. So yeah, I'm going to bring out my stuff and get this guy tacked in place, and then we'll try to figure out the back side of this. Got the pipes done, so I lifted up that other side because I wasn't happy with it. And now I'm pretty happy. I think our subframe connectors, you know, pretty much cover that, but I've been burning the hell out of myself and dropping things in my head. My head is covered with scars. It's sad because I keep smacking. This is dangerous. I should have gotten hazard pay on this deal. Anyway, I was tired of burning myself and hitting myself, so I dropped it down and knocked out this radiator pipe. That was the last thing we really needed to make, and it's done. And then I burnt myself putting it back on, so there's that. Girls, so we got our exhaust all laid out over here, and I'm pretty happy that's all nice and tight. Everything's doing what I want it to do. So I got to get all the exhaust up out of here, and then we're going to focus in on I guess we'll focus in on doing subframe connectors, and that will be about it. Subframe connectors, and we're waiting on some hangers to show up. And I'm also going to try to lift this inner core up about a 1/2 inch. I think I can do it. And it'll be done. I mean, I have to weld about 9 miles of weld. Everybody grab a pipe. A lot of welding to do here. So we got to weld up all the aluminum. This guy. We got to do all the exhaust. At least I got those pipes pretty well done. Wastegate, manifold on that. Okay, it's not too bad. We'll get it. All right, so we're gonna yank that exhaust and get it down on the race ramps so we can start fiddling with the subframe connectors. And I gotta hook up this MIG welder. I suck at MIG welding, guys. I gotta probably get some practice before we go at it. Yeah, maybe I'll just do it with the TIG welder. I don't know. We'll figure it out. All right, let me just end this video with throwing this last product. We developed this product during this video, so isn't that exciting? This is how it works. You need something, and then you make it. So I needed this for obvious reasons. You guys saw Pete wanted a factory radiator, and I didn't want a goofy hose, so I made this so it's easy to replace. And then if you need to replace this radiator, this will never expire. But like I said in my video, I like to use the stainless. I just think that it performs better than the aluminum in the long run. And the things that he's going to be doing with it, it's just safer. So I went looking for these. I just wanted this. This is what I wanted. I looked all over the interwebs. I could find these all day in aluminum, but I don't want aluminum. I want this. So then I just went and I bought the tools to make it for you, so that way you guys can make your own radiator pipes. And yeah, we made it in different sizes. So we have like these little guys, 1.5 inch and 1.25 inch. We got the longer version. We got the double-sided 90s, right? And this guy, so you know the top pipe on that LS is 125, but a lot of radiators are 150, so that way you can just boop, weld that right on, and you got an adapter if both your tubes and your radiators are 150 or what have you. So yeah, check these out on the website, monkeyfabgarage.com. They are called coolant beads. So at the top of our website where it says search, just type in coolant beads or coolant, and they'll pop right up. And there you go. We appreciate the support, and that's how we feed our families. Thanks for checking out Monkey Fab. Until next week, Mike from Monkey Fab signing off.